Are you tired of looking like this after a night on Prizepicks? For the price of that Big Mac combo you chowed down on this week, get access to hundreds of picks. Connect your Discord to WAP with the link in the description and be added straight to the premium Discord. We'll be sending every single Prizepicks slip we place.
Let's get some Prizepicks in today, guys. What a bad beat on this one right here. Look at this. Anthony Davis had 7 rebounds, I believe, with 6 minutes left. He just started grabbing every single board. We're all sweating it out in the Discord, and we could not cash a 6 for 6, but so close there. As for the picks from the actual video, you can see I took LeBron James with Anthony Davis stacked together with LeBron on assist, Davis on points, both went over, and then the Randall and Brunson one did not hit. I don't know why it says 25 points, but Randall absolutely popped off. He got like 40 points, I think it was. So that one obviously did not hit. Brunson pushed that 6 assists, and then Durant and Nurkic didn't pull through. They both went under instead of both going over. But we're going to get on the board for today. I have some absolute heat, and we're going to start it off with this Philly game. We're going to be grabbing the better assist prop here. It's going to be Tyrese Maxey over 6.5 assists. And the reason I say better is because I know a lot of people are probably on Embiid's over assists. You could see in the past games 8, 9, 9, 11. And past 4 out of 5, he has hit this prop. As for Tyrese Maxey, he's only hit it past 2 out of 5. Now, I always say it, but I don't really look at past 5. I know a lot of people do, and I'm going to explain why in this video that is completely wrong to do. You're going to want to be trusting bookmakers when you're making your picks here. So if you check on bettingpros.com, I don't know, it's a new website I found here. So over 6.5 assists, you could see the consensus. So the consensus of all the sports books with all their models, their billion-dollar models, are saying that Tyrese Maxey is juiced towards the over 6.5 assists. So if you don't know how sports books work, basically minus 130 means that you need to lay down $130 to get back 100. Minus 103 means you have to lay down $103 to get back 100. So basically they're saying you have to lay down more on the over 6.5 to get the same reward as the under 6.5, which basically means the over is more likely to hit. So the higher the minus, the more likeliness to hit. So the over 6.5 is juiced, so it's the better pick here. When you compare it to Joel Embiid, despite the past 5 games, you can see he's going over all these, they still have their models projecting him at under 6.5 assists with juice towards the unders. So basically it's pretty clear that Tyrese Maxey over 6.5 assists is the better player prop here when it comes to the Philly players assist props. Okay, so obviously Prizepick had to go ahead and ruin my video as I was filming it. They just removed the Philly players off the board. I'm not sure why. I was checking underdog, I was checking some lineups. Nothing really happened. I don't know why they took them off. I'm guessing they're going to come back and take off Tyrese Maxey and probably push him to 7 assists, and they're probably going to push Embiid down or something. When they do put the Philly players back on the board, basically what I was explaining is Tyrese Maxey over 6.5 assists is the play, and Joel Embiid, we're going to pair him with the over 31.5 points. You can see again, juice towards his over 31.5. And when you're grabbing a team's guard to get assists, why would you not grab the center to also go over on his points? It only makes sense. Also, if they're getting a lot of minutes together, they're going to be on the same lineup. So when one guy's getting assists, the other guy is going to be getting points. So you're basically looking to get 2 wins for the price of 1. And just we'll get on to the next stack with the same logic. And this one I really, really like. It's very good. I think this is going to get bumped here. Zach Collins on over 10.5 points. Not sure why they're setting him there. He should be set at 11.5, and I'll show you why he should be. Consensus is at 11.5. So on every other sportsbook, basically they're saying he should be set at 11.5. Yes, there's slight juice towards that under 11.5, but 10.5 and 11.5 is completely different, especially in NBA, and with a player like Zach Collins who will take threes. So at 8 points plus a 3, he's going to be hitting on Prize Picks because he's getting that 10.5. On every other sportsbook, 8 points plus a 3 is still a loss. So we're getting that full point extra. So if he does end up hitting a 3, it's going to drastically improve in our favor. So we're going over 10.5 points on Zach Collins, and we're pairing him up with Keldon Johnson on the over 3.5 assists. And similar concept to Embiid, Tyrese Maxey. This one's very good because if you check Keldon Johnson's over 3.5 assists, juice towards that minus 130. So you have one player who's good at 10.5. You have another player who's juiced to minus 130. And the best part is, if you check these guys' graphs, so these are past 15 games. Yes, some of them they didn't play together, but if you check, the graphs are extremely similar. And I did the work for you guys. In the past 16 games, these guys have hit in the same direction 11 times. So 70% of the time, when you're grabbing an over on Zach Collins, Keldon Johnson will also go over with him, and vice versa. If you're grabbing both unders, they will hit together in the same direction. That is extremely powerful because both these guys are already juiced. Plus, you have that percent chance that they're going to hit together in the same direction. When you're making 6 flexes, you just want players to be hitting in the same direction so you could fully get that 6 flex entry. So looking back on the board, they did put back the Philly players, but notice how Tyrese Maxey's assist is gone because it was too good. So when lines are too good, Prizepicks moves them off, and the goal is to get them in before they get moved. But obviously, I'm filming this live, and it's kind of hard to explain things while I'm locking in an entry. But if it was up to me, I would have just put this entry in right away if I wasn't filming a video. So Tyrese Maxey is gone, so I'm not going to be going with that stack obviously because it doesn't exist anymore. Joel Embiid also got bumped up by 1 point, so we're going to get 31.5 points on Embiid with Tyrese Maxey over 6.5 assists. Both props do not exist anymore. So that just goes to show how good they were. Anyways, we're going to keep this Zach Collins, Keldon Johnson went in. And we're going to go over to the Denver game. We have another beauty. Under 9.5 assists on Jokic, juice towards -135. So very, very good there. That's pretty good juice. We're going to grab Jokic under 9.5 assists. And we're going to be pairing him with Aaron Gordon. So Aaron Gordon, again, also has juice towards that -120. Not much. Honestly, it's nothing crazy. But the fact that Jokic is juiced towards the under 9.5, we do want to be grabbing Gordon on the under 13.5 points. And this stack is one of the best in the NBA. I don't have it up to date, but I know that in 16 games, this has hit 14 times together. So basically, it makes sense. I mean, if Jokic is not getting assists, he's likely getting the points, which means Gordon is not getting the points either. So when Jokic is going under assists, you got that little trade-off there. So I really like this one. And since the Embiid one's gone, I'm going to have to go find another stack. So looking back at the board, they did bring back Embiid at 6 assists, which just proved my point that the over 6.5 assists was not a good play if anyone was looking at that. So they put this past 4 games to kind of trick you. The reason they dropped his assist prop is because it was set too high at 6.5. And that means the under would have been good. Now they did bring back Tyrese still at 6.5. But I don't like it stacked with Embiid anymore because they moved the points line to 32.5 points. There's a massive difference between 31.5. Maybe not massive, but 31.5 and 32.5, of course, is different. And we don't want to be losing by 1 point. The value is no longer on Embiid's over points. It's probably on his under now, actually. So we're not going to go with Tyrese Maxey. And just to say, guys, I know when you're going to be watching this video, come back to it, and you're going to say, okay, Tyrese Maxey actually didn't go over his assist prop. Embiid actually went over his assist prop. You got it all wrong. Now, I'm not saying this is going to hit tonight for sure, 100%. I'm never going to say that. I know in the long run, when you're following data like that, especially because we saw it live right in front of us, Embiid dropping for 6.5 to 6. If you really liked Embiid assists on the over, you should have waited until he got moved to 6 assists, because if you knew how the data works, you would know that he would get moved down. So I'm just saying in the long run, and I can prove it with my account. I mean, honestly, in the past 5 days, I could show you my transaction log. I'm going to load it in here. This is December 2023. My account was at 8.4K at the start of the week. It's been 5 days and I'm at 10.7K. And that's after I put 2 entries down. So I'm actually at around 10.9K. And just to show you that no deposits, I'm not BSing here, guys. No transactions, right? So I say this because I know what I'm talking about, and I just want to help you guys try to learn. I know a lot of people just watch one video, they see the picks lose, and they say I'm garbage. But in the long run, if you guys are listening to the videos and want to improve your sports betting skills, especially on these apps like Prizepicks and Underdog, just watch the videos, keep learning, and you'll be better in the long run. So we're going to get into the last pick. Enough of the tangent. It's going to be on Terry Rozier on the over 6.5 assists. And we grabbed this in that other time when we hit that 6 flex early this week, or I think it was last week. We grabbed Terry Rozier and we stacked them up with Miles Bridges on the over points. And just to show you very quickly on this value, I mean, it's the same concept as all the other picks. Juice towards that over at -120. And same with Rozier on the over 6.5 assists at -120. And ever since Rozier has been back, this stack has hit 4 out of 4 times. So let's make it 5 out of 5 tonight, 80 into 2K.